EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena. Certainly by now, with all the popular TV ghost shows out there, most people know what they are. However, to me, they all have one thing in common. Most of the time, they're unintelligible until they put up the transcript at the bottom of the screen that tells you what it is that they think that they're saying. Today, I thought I would show you a couple of my favorite EVPs that we've collected over the years. I think that you'll find them maybe just a little bit better. Hi, it's Mike with Undiscovered Origins. EVPs are probably one of the most sought-after pieces of evidence by most paranormal investigative teams. For those that don't know what it is, an EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena, and what it basically is, most of the time these crews will set up an audio recording device or have a camera rolling that's capturing audio, and it is a sound that is recorded on the recording device that is not heard in real time. A lot of people think that this is a way that a spirit or energy is trying to communicate with them. Now, I could go all into about what EVPs are, what types of equipment's used to collect them. There's varying degrees of things such as spirit boxes and that sort of stuff that people use in conjunction with audio devices to get an EVP. There's many classifications as far as the quality from like A, B, C, D, G, and R. However, all you really need to know is that the higher it rates on that scale, the better quality that it probably is. Today, I just wanted to share with you a couple of EVPs that we captured. Again, I'm a paranormal investigator with Military Paranormal Investigations. Been doing it for a little over 12 years. And over the years, we've captured many, many EVPs. A lot of them are probably not so great. However, we have captured quite a few that are pretty high quality. Today, what I want to share is a couple of our favorites that we've captured over the years. And I thought I would do two of them in particular. Now, one of them, the first one that I'm going to play for you, is probably our most favorite that we've gotten, is because it was one of our first EVPs that we captured as a team. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play for you the audio, and then I'm going to play for it one more time, and then I'm going to tell you a little of the backstory, and then play it again for you. Now, this one, you may need a little bit of headphones to be able to bring it out just a little bit, just because it's a little faint. However, it's pretty audible. You can hear it pretty good if you've got the headphones on with no background noise. The second one I'm going to play for you is actually pretty loud. You won't need any types of listening devices for that. But why don't we go ahead and start, and I'm going to play for you the first piece of audio that I have on that.
Why is this empty over here? Are you over here for a reason?
All right, were you able to hear that? So I'm going to give you just a little of the setup right now. I don't want to tell too much because I want you to pick it out on your own. But so my buddy Jeff with MPI also is asking a question. He says two statements. You can kind of hear a camera being used in the background. Right after he says the second statement, there is a response to his question. So I'm going to play it for you one more time. See if you can pick up on it this time. Again, you may need to turn the volume up or a little bit of headphones on this one.
Why is this empty over here? Are you over here for a reason?
Okay, could you hear it that time? So here's the setup. We had gone as a team out to a local historical cemetery. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name of that. We typically, we try not to release that. When we first started out, this story in particular made the local news, and once that happened, there was a lot of vandalism that occurred at this cemetery. So try not to say the name of the cemetery, and I'm going to say that on that note, If you're out there and you're doing this as an enthusiast or an investigator, make sure you respect the property that you're at. It's just kind of sad that people destroy other people's property, and then also it gives the rest of us a bad name. So make sure that you do right by with the property that you're at. Get permission to go. But we were out there, and there's a section that's got many gravestones and that sort of thing. And as you walk over a hill, there's a few gravestones that are out there by themselves. Well, Jeff had walked over there, him and his son Kyle, and as they were over in this back area, there was 2 or 3 tombstones. And Jeff asked the question, why is this empty over here? Because there wasn't much other stuff over there. And then he asked the question again out loud, are you over here for a reason? Now, the response that we think we hear back is kind of a little drawn out voice. It's a little faint, but it says, no reason at all. And I think it's well, now that I've said that, it's called the power of suggestion. Many skeptics will come out and say that that's what I've put in your brain. However, I think this one, if you listen to it ahead of time, it comes out, and most people that we played that for in our review process have been able to pick that out without knowing what the question was that was answered or asked. So I'm going to play it for you one more time, see if you can hear it on this go round.
Why is this empty over here? Are you over here for a reason?
All right, were you able to hear it on that go round? Okay, so again, the setup was Jeff and his son Kyle had walked over the hill. There was a few tombstones by themselves, and as he got over there, he asked, why is this empty? And then, are you over here for a reason? And then the response was no reason at all. I think that's probably our most favorite. It was probably the first high quality EVP that we got. Again, if you watch a lot of these ghost shows, they'll play an EVP for you, and it's really unintelligible. Then they'll put up the little transcript at the bottom of the screen that'll tell you what they think that it says. This one, as soon as we listened to it, it stood out to us. So I think it's a pretty high quality EVP. It might be a little faint. You might need some audio devices to listen to that. On the second one, you're not going to need that. This one is, I'm not going to tell you what happens at first, but you may actually think that it's one of the team members talking. It is loud and it is clear. It's probably the most clear and volume-wise EVP that we have out there, that we've captured. So I'm going to play this clip for you, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know what the backstory was.
They were outside. I was. All right. I love video. I just did off the night shot thing. Yeah.
Okay, were you able to pick out which one was the EVP? In the clip, I'm not going to tell you quite what it says yet, but there were 3 team members in the room, and they are trying to correct some technical issues. And you can kind of hear there's a female and 2 male voices that are talking. One of the male voices is a little more faint, and then in between those, the 2 louder voices is a loud, clear EVP. I'm gonna play it for you one more time.
I was getting a temperature jump, and I was disappointed. They were outside. I was. All right. I love video. I just did off the night shot thing. Yeah.
All right, were you able to pick it out that time? So here's the backstory on that particular EVP. We were at a building. Typically what we do, sometimes we have a workshop where we will try to recruit new members. So we will put on a workshop, and we will have these potential team members come out, and they will investigate with us so that we can kind of judge how they behave and see if they would be a good fit for our team. Well, at this particular location, we got there early. Our kids had our kids never get to go with us. So when we were at this location, before we set up and got going, we actually took our kids through and showed them some of this stuff and let them do a little bit of fun stuff with us. And the activity, this was a location that we frequent because of the amount of activity that occurs there. Well, as soon as we got in there and started doing stuff, we actually got quite a few types of activity. If you would like to hear me tell the story of that building, it's actually quite an eventful one. Please comment, like, and subscribe below, and I'll tell that story for you guys. But we had set up, and as we were gonna also do a live feed out for all of our followers. Well, once we got set up, we kept losing video feed. And Rob, our technical manager, he had gone in and it was trying to chase the problems down, and we could not figure out what it was. All the connections were good. The video would be on. As soon as we would start to go rolling tape, the video would cut off. So in this clip that you hear, Rob is up there trying to diagnose it, and he can't figure it out. Well, right in the middle of all of this is a voice that's like, "Ha, no video." And it is completely loud and clear. Again, it's probably one of our better EVPs that we've captured. So I'm going to play that for you one more time. See if you can pick out the no video.
He's getting a temperature jump. And I was disappointed. They were outside.
I would. All right. I love video. I just didn't want the night shot. Yeah.
Were you able to hear it that time? Now, again, this was a very eventful building that we were investigating that night. There was all kinds of activity, and it started out earlier again when we had our kids in there. Whatever was in the building did not like Rob, and it messed with him all night long. Again, if you want me to tell that story, please comment down below, and I'll make sure I get that out to you guys. That's about going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is not what I really wanted to do full-time on this channel. We're still in the middle of the entire coronavirus epidemic that's going on right now. And I just thought I would get some content out for you guys to share some of my stories that have happened. I would like it if you guys would share stories back with me. If you have anything that any stories you want to tell, if you have an EVP that you've captured and you want to play, please let me know. If you want to hear more EVPs or more ghost stories from me, please let me know as well. Again, I thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe below, and we'll see you guys next time.